गिरवरधारी है। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तेरा वन चारु तेरा यमुना तेरा वन चारु तेरा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे राधा माधव जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जब विश्वपात ब्रह्मचार्य अशुद्ध श्रीमद ए श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की ISKCON BBD founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jam Vishwapath Paramprakash Astota Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार श्रीला हरदास ठाकुर की वृंदावन सठ गोस्वामी प्रभुन की प्रेम से कही जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपकुमार श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की ब्रजभूमि मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की गंगा माँ यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी ऑल ग्लोरिस्ट असेंबल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्णा ऑल ग्लोरिस्ट असेंबल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्णा ऑल ग्लोरिस्ट असेंबल डिवोटीज हरे कृष्णा ऑल ग्लोरिस्ट श्री गुरु अन गौरंगा ऑल ग्लोरिस्ट श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादां सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं नित्यानन्दमहं नमामि सर्वानन्दकरं परं हरिनामं प्रदं देवम् अवधूत शिरोमणि नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामने गौरत्तसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी मुखं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरि ओं तत्सत्। नमः विष्णुपदाय स्मृतिपुत्र श्रीमती जगता Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter number 27 and verse 28 and 29. And 28 is on the board. So please repeat after me. Mad bhakta prati buddhartho Matprasadena bhuyasa Nishreyasam swasamsthanam Kaivalyakham madasrayam Madbhakta pratibuddhartho Matprasadena bhuyasa Nishreyasam swasamsthanam Kaivalyakham madasrayam Madbhakta pratibuddhartho Matprasadena bhuyasa Nishreyasam swasamsthanam Kaivalyakham madasrayam. Madbhakta pratibuddhartho Madbhakta pratibuddhartho Matprasadena bhuyasa Yasatvastanam Buddhartho Buddhartho Mataji's Madbhakta pratibuddhartho Nena bhuyasa Nishreyasa samsthanam Kaivalyakham madasrayam. Okay, so I will be reading the next verse also. So I am reading myself. Prapnoti hanjasa dhira swadrisha chinna samsaya yad gatva na nivartita yogi lingad vinirgame. So please repeat word to word meaning. Mad bhakta, my devotee. Prati buddhartha, self-relied. Mat prasadena, by my causeless mercy. Bhuyasa, unlimited. Nishreyam, the ultimate perfectional goal. Swasamsthanam, his abode. Kaivalyakham, called Kaivalya. Madasrayam, under my protection. Prapnoti, attains. Iha, in this life. Anjasa, truly. Dhira, steady. Swadrisha, by knowledge of the self. Chinna samsaya, freed from doubts. Yat, to that abode. Gatva, having gone. Na, never. Nivarteta, comes back. Yogi, the mystic devotee. Lingat, from the subtle and gross material bodies. Vinargame, after departing. So now translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: my devotees actually become self-realized by my unlimited causeless mercy, and thus, when freed from all doubts, he steadily progressed towards his destined abode, which is directly under the protection of my spiritual energy of unadulterated bliss. That is the ultimate perfectional goal of the living entity. After giving up the present body, material body, the mystic devotee goes to that transcendental abode and never comes back. Purport: Actual self-realization means becoming a pure devotee of the Lord. The existence of a devotee implies the function of devotion and the object of devotion. Self-realization ultimately means to understand the personality of Godhead and the living entities. To know the individual self and the reciprocal exchange of loving service between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the living entity is real self-realization. This cannot be attained by the impersonalist or other transcendentalist. They cannot understand the science of devotional service. Devotional service is revealed to the pure devotee by the unlimited causeless mercy of the Lord. This is specially spoken of here by the Lord, Mat Prasadena, by my special grace. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Only those who engage in devotional service with faith, love and faith receive the necessary intelligence from the Supreme Personality Godhead, so that gradually and progressively they can advance to the abode of the Personality Godhead. Nisreya means the ultimate destination. Swasamsthana indicates that the impersonalists have no particular place to stay. The impersonalists sacrifice their individuality so that the living spark can merge into the impersonal effulgence emanating from the transcendental body of the Lord. But the devotee has a specific abode. The planet rests in the sun sign, but the sun sign itself has no particular resting place. When one reaches a particular planet, then he has a resting place. The spiritual sky, which is known as Kaivalya, is simply blissful light on all sides, and it is under the protection of the Supreme Personality Godhead. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 14.27, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. The impersonal Brahman effulgence rests on the body of the Supreme Personality Godhead. In other words, the bodily effulgence of the Supreme Personality Godhead is Kaivalya, or impersonal Brahman. In that impersonal effulgence, there are spiritual planets, which are known as Vaikuntha, chief of which is Krishna Loka. Some devotees are elevated to the Vaikuntha planet, and some are elevated to the planet Krishna Loka. According to the desire of the particular devotee, he is offered a particular abode, which is known as Swasamsthana, his desired destination. By the grace of the Lord, the self-realized devotee engaged in devotional service understands his destination even while in the material body. He therefore performs his devotional activities steadily, without doubting, and after quitting his material body, he at once reaches the destination for which he has prepared himself. After reaching that abode, he never comes back to this material world. The word lingad vinirgame, which are used here, means after being freed from the two kinds of material bodies, subtle and gross. The subtle body is made of mind, intelligence, false ego, and contaminated consciousness. And the gross body is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. When one is transferred to the spiritual world, he gives up both the subtle and gross bodies of this material world. He enters the spiritual sky in his pure spiritual body and is stationed in one of the spiritual planet. Although the impersonalist also reaches that spiritual sky after giving up the subtle and gross material bodies, they are not placed in the spiritual planet as they desire. They are allowed to merge in the spiritual effulgence emanating from the transcendental body of the Lord. The word Swasamsthanam is also very significant. As a living entity prepares himself, so he attains his abode. The impersonal Brahman effulgence is offered to the impersonalist. But those who want to associate with the Supreme Personality Godhead in his transcendental form as Narayan in the Vaikuntha, or with Krishna in Krishna Lok, go to those abodes wherefrom they never returns. Srila Prabhupada ki. So Hare Krishna, I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can say some words for the glorification of the Supreme Personality Godhead and for my own purification. Also today is the disappearance day of two great personalities, so we'll see that how much time Krishna allows me to speak. According to that I will speak. So this is a very important section. Actually, Bhagavatam, nothing is not important, but still, for as a Baddha Jiva, for me, very important. Again and again, the striking point is that why devotional service is more and more important, and the very important question which was asked actually by Mother Dehuti from the 7th verse, she started asking about the material nature and the spirit soul, how they are like combined, and it looks like they are eternally kind of attracted towards each other. So is there any possibility that how they will get separated and how they can go back to Godhead? So this was one of the prime question of Mother Dehuti, which she asked in this chapter itself, the 17th verse, and then consequently more 2-3 verses she asked, and then on the 21st verse Lord started explaining that how by performing devotional service and which kind of devotional service we have to perform, the Tivra Bhakti, very intense devotional service we have to perform, and when we are performing this kind of devotional service, then automatically we are free. So we saw that the example which Lord gave about the fire and the wood, that how it is consuming both kind of wood also, because in the wood only the fire is there, but fire kind of consuming the wood. Then again the later verse is saying how we are in the dreaming state, we can come out, we will not be get fixed, kind of entangled, all this thing. So yes, various regions are there that how we can come out. And when we are reading this verse, then actually it looks like, okay, I may perform devotional service, but ultimately it depends on the Lord. Whatever intensity I may have, but that may not be sufficient. As Lord Krishna says, that Devi Esa Gunmayi Mam Maya Duratya, So this Devi Esa Gunmayi Mam Maya Duratya, when Krishna is saying, yes, they are very, very difficult. Although performing devotional service itself is glorious and it can take us back to Godhead, but there are some chances that we may slip, and that's why we have to perform very Tivra Bhakti, as in the previous sloka on the 27th it say that we have to perform devotional service for self-realization for many, many years and births. So I was taken aback that many, many years and births. Why I just caught the attention of this word to me, because in this small period of my journey in Krishna consciousness from 2008, so I see that it is not like always I am enthusiastic, or I am the same personality who used to be in the beginning, like everything is like very nice, prasadam is nice, Mayapur is nice, whatever flower, everything, It was in the beginning so intense bhakti. I thought that yes, I received something which I was longing for, and then these all things are going on, but still after certain periods, somewhere kind of slightly slackened in my devotional service. So it comes always the phases, like in my material world when I was working. So it was not so intense. Chanting, somehow completing my rounds, somehow I am hearing lectures on the way to company. So like that, not so intense, but somehow I am trying to intense as Krishna desires. So yes, definitely, as Prabhupada he is saying here, that when we are doing for self-realization, means we have to become pure devotee. So for this self-realization we may have many methods. So in the 10th canto, a very nice verse for this is there. He's saying, Ye anya arvindaksha vimukti maninas tvaya sad bhavat abhisuddha buddhaya aruya krichena param padam tata patanti adho nidrit yusmad angraya. So very key point, He's saying that there can be many process for self-realization which different persons they take up, but he's saying avisuddha buddhaya, because their intelligence is not so pure. Why the intelligence is not so pure? Because they have not taken, or they have not regard for the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality Godhead. So that's a catch actually, that how whatever self-realization process in the outside world different persons they are doing, but until unless they take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, His lotus feet, then they will fall down from their assumed spiritual position, whatever they are, like, very high elevated personality. So that's why we have to do the devotional service, and we have to always depend on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and ultimately whatever we are doing, we have to perform in such a way. And very quite interesting, Prabhupada, if we see here, Prabhupada in the purport, not in the translation, if we see, then he is saying about that we are directed toward the abode which is like under spiritual energy. But in the purport, when we are going, then Prabhupada is writing that we must know about the Supreme Personality Godhead and the living entities. And the further if we go down, then he is saying the reciprocal exchange of loving service between the Supreme Personality Godhead and the living entity is real self-realization. So these living entities means the pure devotees of the God, because exchanges between the Lord takes place between His pure devotees, because when he comes with his own entourage, with all setup. And that's why we see that how when Lord comes, all the setup whatever comes with Lord, it goes back with him. But sometimes by Krishna's grace, he gives him Krishna Sri Dham Mayapur dharma jnana divisa kalo nasta disa mesa purana arko dhinodita. So this Srimad Bhagavatam, by the causeless mercy of Lord, he gave us, so that at least we can have some idea that okay, how we can advance in our Krishna consciousness, and we can understand the reciprocation between the living entities and the Lord. Because as a Baddha Jiva, how much I can know that how I have to serve the Lord? What is Lord's intention actually in that? Very difficult to understand, very, very difficult. I was just thinking about the today's, like Abhiram Thakur or Raghunandan Thakur, whose disappearance day is there. That these all Leela, we know that these all are like exalted personalities. But how the reciprocation is happening, sometimes very mysterious. Because when this Abhiram Thakur, he has a very unique nature or very unique character, that he used to pay obeisances to someone, means like if I am not, definitely I am not pure devotee, so I am safe now because he is now at present not here. If you pay obeisances to me by mistake, then I will be doomed. Then you have to choose another Bhagavatam figure. And if you used to pay obeisances to some deity form, and if the form is not installed properly, if the Lord is not there, then that deity will also break. So this Abhiram Thakur, he came many times and paid obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu's son, and many of them they died. So one time Nityananda Prabhu and Janma Mata, they all hide the one of the son who was took birth, and Abhiram Thakur means like Nityananda Prabhu, he is like Supreme Personality Godhead. What fear he has? He doesn't have any fear. But still he told all the Nauka, the Majis, the boatman, that today no boat, close your shop today. Because Abhiram Thakur will come and then problem will happen. But still he came. So like that. So this Abhiram Thakur also regarding Raghunandan, because this Raghunandan Thakur, and how he took birth actually, this is also very mysterious. Because his father, I'll just say the three brothers actually, they were there. One is Mukunda Das, one is Madhav Das, and one is Narhari Sarkar Thakur. So these three brothers are Srikhandavasi, and Lord likes them very much. So one time, this Mukunda Prabhu, he was with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Mukund, go get married. He said, Mahaprabhu, my age has also gone. You are giving this instruction to me to get married. My younger son is there, my younger brother is there, Let him get married and I be with you, because already my marriage years is also crossed. So Lord said, no, you only have to marry. Mahaprabhu, why you are giving so difficult task? He's saying, no, you have to. So with a very heavy heart he came. But he said that, Mahaprabhu, see, you told me to marry, but I will not go for search, in search of any girl. Mahaprabhu said, okay, it will be arranged, no problem. So he came, he was staying in Srikhand, he was doing his own bhajan. And when he was doing his bhajan, so one of the couple, actually, he had a dream. And in the dream, he saw that he had a daughter, so he wanted to get married to his daughter. So he was looking for a perfect kind of match. So in the dream he saw that, okay, in Srikhanda, this Mukunda Prabhu is there. So he came in search of Mukund Prabhu, and then they got married. And later Raghunandan was appeared in this world. So Raghunandan Prabhu, we know the story, I'm just cutting short. So Raghunandan Prabhu, he offered prasadam to Gopinath Diti because Mukund Prabhu has to go somewhere. And then later Mukund also, he had doubt on his son, that whether he has taken all the bhogas or Lord has eaten. So he was also very, very doubtful. So anyway, so second time also he gave him to offer bhoga to Lord. And Lord himself ate the laddus. And then he was like amazed, such a great devotee son I have received, that Lord is eating from his hand. So he was having so much belief and faith. So after this only the whole incident happened, that Abhiram Thakur came to know that I heard that there is a pure devotee, Raghunandan. So let me go and meet him. So the moment his father Mukunda Prabhu, he got the news that Abhiram Thakur is coming, he became afraid that now my son is dead. So he told his wife that you hide him somewhere. Don't allow him to come out for today. So what to do? She hide this Raghunandan somewhere like Badadanga, yes, Badadanga one place is there. Very nearby, from Katwa if we take train also, we can go to Srikhand, and these all places are nearby. So this Badadanga he was hiding, and then Abhiram Thakur, he came and he said that, Mukunda, I heard that your son is, pure devotee, Lord has eaten from his hand. I wanted to meet him. Please, where is he? Allow me to take his darshan. So he said that he is not today here. He has already went to his, kind of mama's or maternal uncle's house. So he has went to there. He is not today here. Oh, such an unfortunate day for me that I have come to take his darshan, but I am bereft of his darshan. So what to do? So anyway, he was very morose, and he went to little bit far away from that place, from that his house actually, particularly from that house. But still he was in the Srikhand only, and he was sitting under one big banyan tree. And then he was like, very morose that I could not take darshan. And here this Raghunandan and other children were playing. And when they saw him, like, big person kind of crying. So he comes there and they ask him that, why are you crying? He said that, I came to meet a boy called Raghunandan, but he went to his maternal uncle house. Such an unfortunate day that my day wasted, I could not meet him. He says, oh, you are looking for Raghunandan? Oh, he's here, he's playing with us. Then, where is he? They brought him, Raghunandan. And then the moment he saw, he paid obeisances. Nothing happens. Both of them, they are paying obeisances. And then in the jubilation, both of them, they started dancing there in that Badadanga. And the dance was so huge, like they externally, they forgot everything. that what is happening externally. And it is said that one of the Nupur of this Raghunandan flew from there, from the Srikhand. It's almost kind of maybe 15 or 16 kilometers from there, and it fell down here near Katwa. One place is Akai Hat, Akai Hati. So there is still the Kund is there. So there this Kal Krishna Das from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, he was doing his own bhajan. So he was very happy to see all this incident, that how the Nupur fell, and he started continuing his bhajan. So still the place is there. Now they have constructed the Kund also, so we can see and get the blessings actually. So this whole incident is such a nice enacted that we can understand that how Lord has different plans, and Lord wanted to give one of the lesson actually from that who can be our Guru. As we are seeing from this whole incident, Mother Dehuti, she is taking instruction from her son, that is Kapil Dev. So externally, many times in the material world, they don't like to hear any kind of Bhagavad philosophy or something from their own kid, because they consider that I have given you birth, you are subordinate to me, you cannot teach me. So this is somewhat not so correct which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed. So very nice slokas are there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 15, and saying, Mukunda dasera puche sachira nandan, tumi pita putra toma Sri Raghunandan. So Lord is asking, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi, next asked Mukunda Das, you are the father and your son is Raghunandan. Is that so? Kind of having doubt that who is son and who is father. Kiba Raghunatha pita tumi taratanaya nishchaya kariya kaha yahoka samsaya. Lord is saying, or is Srila Raghunandan your father and you are his son? Please let me know the facts so that my doubts will go away. Lord is knowing, but why he has to ask? He's just asking, kind of confirming. Then Mukunda is replying, you see, Mukunda kahe Raghunatha mora pita hoy, ami tara putra ay amara nishchay. Mukunda replied, Raghunandan is my father and I am his son. This is my decision. So father is saying, the son is my father and I am his son. And then after hearing all these things, Mahaprabhu is saying, Suni har se kahe Prabhu kahite nishchay, yaha hoite Krishna bhakti se guru hoy. Hearing Mukunda Das give this proper decision, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed it, saying, yes, it is correct. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certainly the spiritual master. So definitely his goals, so many things are there in this. And later Mahaprabhu says also that you take care of the Raghunandan very nicely. You earn money, because Mukunda Prabhu, he was a Vaidya. So he was earning money. So he said that Raghunandan has full attachment toward the Gopinath. Let him worship the deities. Don't disturb him. Don't force him to go and get some job or something like that. So whatever earning he had, he gave to Raghunandan. He was offering. And very unique thing that Raghunandan, he used to offer 2 kadam flower, and this kadam tree used to give 2 kadam flower every day. So at present we are unable to see our external eyes, the tree and the flowers, but nearby that place one is Madhu Puskarni. The Madhu Puskarni is a place where Lord Nityananda Prabhu, actually he went to Narhari Sarkar Thakur and he asked him, because as we know that Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balram and he is very fond of eating honey or drinking honey, I would say rather. He was very fond of drinking honey, so he asked him that, please give me honey. So from where he will get? So in the nearby Pukur, the pond, he went and fished some water, and in one of the kind of leaves he actually brought, and he gave it to Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu drank, and then he said, yes, so nice. It was like honey really. So that time all the devotees and others also drank the same water, and they felt that yes, this was honey, original honey. So the pond is still there, but externally in our eyes we are unable to taste the honey. So that's another thing. So these two tree, actually it was like, the two flowers were, every day they used to give flower for Raghunandan, so that he can worship Gopinath deity. So these are some of the things, that how Raghunandan, he used to worship the Lord, and how he is very dear actually. So as coming back to today's our verse, that when we have to perform this kind of devotional service, so we have to totally depend on the mercy of the Lord. As it is said that the causeless mercy, we have to be ready always. And how much the Lord is bestowing causeless mercy? It is said unlimited, no limit. And this actually in the material world, many times, maybe by reciting some slokas and knowing some of the philosophy, my mind actually may say that you know Lord, you have understood so many things. But it is not like that, because even Lord Brahma, the first living entity of this world, he himself, he admitted, when the Brahma Vimohan Lila took place, then he realized that yes, it's not possible. Same thing, even if we see in the Chaitanya Lila, this Gopinath Patnaik Prabhu, when he was with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a great scholar that time, great scholar. Many sannyasis, they would come to study under him, and such a great kind of scholar that time. And he was unable to understand that how Lord Chaitanya is Supreme Personality Godhead. The same verse actually it was spoken. It is from 10th canto, 14th chapter, 29. You see, Athapite deva padambuja dvaya prasad lesanugrita evahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanyo eko pichiram vichinvan. He is saying, my Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality Godhead are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. So yes, externally we may read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. I may have different degrees, but these are just degrees. These are just degrees. Because Srimad Bhagavatam itself has to reveal to me. It has to reveal to us. And the more we are surrendered to Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya, any Vedic literature, it is reciprocating in that way. And that certain extent I have particularly seen in my own life, that how just reading Bhagavatam may not be sufficient for me. Required the mercy of the devotees, required the mercy of the Lord in order to understand properly. Otherwise I may deviate. And it is not certainly that only the Baddha Divas can get I would say not reveal the knowledge what is required for them, because it's totally depend on Lord Krishna, that how much he want to reveal to us. The amount he want to reveal to us, that much only we can know. And this we can see in the life, not life, means in the Krishna book, when the Brahma Vimohan Lila which happened, and for quite 1 year Lord Balramji, he is unable to understand that how come these gopis, all the cows, they are loving their own calves or their own children so much. This kind of affection he never saw previously. It was just, beyond kind of natural person to have that kind of love and attraction towards the living entities of this world. Later he could understand that these all are like expansion of Lord Krishna. So definitely there may be many verses, Jnana Priyasa Utpase Namanteva and all these things. But one very striking point which says that in Chaitanya Leela and other places it has been explained, Ekala Ishwar Krishna are sab bhritta, jare jaiche nachaye sei taiche kare nirta. Means the way Lord is making us to dance, that way only we can dance, nothing else. Definitely we know that, Prakriti Kirmani Gune Karmani Sarasa Hankar Vivna Atma. We all are dancing under the three modes of material nature. But as the verse goes, that when we are serving under the protection, or when we have that kind of relation, actually, when the word here, the word is used, Mad Bhakta, my devotees, when Lord is asking these all things, that, my devotee, it becomes very, very more important for all of us. Why? Because Lord is recognizing that I am His devotee. That's very unique, point in our life. When a spiritual master start recognizing that yes, he is my man, or when Lord recognizing that yes, he is my devotee, it's a great achievement, great achievement. And who can be like this, when we have performed this kind of devotional service, that throughout our whole life, that we have performed this kind of steady bhakti, that no question that okay, I am refusing for doing any other services. He has full faith, the spiritual master has full faith that okay, if I instruct him, then he will continue the devotional service. He will not say that Guru Maharaj, I cannot do this service. He will not say. Many times in the life of my spiritual master, I have seen many devotees, they requested him that Guru Maharaj, please instruct me what services I can do. So he said in one of the lecture that Srila Prabhupada has given me so many instructions, you can see them and then you can find that which all you like or which you can do, and then you can write it to me that Guru Maharaj, I can do this service. I am very happy, and that will be your instruction. So this shows that the connection is not so strong. So the connection, the more we do this, our Sambandha Abhidya Prayojan, which we know in our devotional service how it is very important. So when we are connected in that way with the Lord or with our spiritual master, naturally or automatically, I would say that mercy is flowing automatically. And then they are not seeing that how much I am lacking, or how many faults I have. And that's why the word it has been used here, unlimited causeless mercy. Because when you, let me take the example of son or mother. In the beginning, at present it may not be so kind of proper example, but still in the past, maybe just imagine 15-20 years when this Huggies, pads and other things were not there. Then child used to pass urine or stool. What time? No fixed time. What time he will get up? No time. What time he will cry? No time. But still, mother is not thinking that, oh, such a nonsense, creating problem all the time, even not allowing me to take proper rest. She is not throwing her, the kid, that he's just useless guy. Although rather she becomes like more and more concerned that how I have to take care, he's crying, maybe he's hungry, she's going and preparing the milk, or maybe she's breastfeeding to her kid. So this is only when the relation is like that. The unlimited causeless mercy, not seeing any fault, and that can only happen when we have this kind of relation. And this only relation will actually help, grow in our Krishna consciousness. And that's why in our Krishna consciousness it is said that how we have to have loving, loving exchanges and loving relations with the devotees, so that we can grow more and more in our Krishna consciousness. Definitely, our aim is not always that we have to go back to Godhead. These are like the side product which we get it. But quite interesting, the whole scenario, if we see, Prabhupada is stressing about Nisreyasam, the ultimate destination, and then Lingad Vinirgame, that the place is explaining about the devotees. So the Mayavadis, or those who are trying to merge in the Brahman effulgence, whenever Prabhupada gets a chance, he strikes them. He is trying to say that yes, they don't have any ultimate destination. They are going to that place and then may again come back. And that kind of liberation is not for good for devotee. This is like a suicide for them. And devotee, they never want to do it. And for devotee, he is saying that that place is fixed. That place is fixed, the spiritual world. Because when they are going from here to that place, they are free from the subtle and gross both. And how they are getting freed? So in the 25th chapter already explained that how when we are performing devotional service, then this our material and subtle body is dissolved. In order to make us understand, Prabhupada gave various examples. In that one is very famous, that is when the iron is kind of always in touch with fire. It takes the quality of fire and it acts like fire. So similarly, when we are also performing devotional service, then when this material body and subtle body goes off from our body externally, we may not even realize it. And the same thing we have seen in the life of Parikshit Maharaj, in the life of Vritrasur. Because externally if we see, then the snake came and it gave a bite, and then the fire took place, the body was burned. He was unaffected by all this thing, what is happening. Or even like for Vritrasur, 1 year it took, 1 year or 1,000 years, something like that. Whatever, 1 year is also not less. There's someone continuously cutting our head for 1 year. This is also not so less. And he is unable to realize it, because although he is staying here, but he has already transferred himself to the spiritual world. So like that kind of consciousness, the externally it may not affect. Because we are in this world, we may have doubt sometimes. But doubt is not so good. So anyway, if we are afraid of death and all these things, so it shows that still I have some kind of attachments toward this in this material world. So for devotees, if you ask, they are always in the first canto. Prabhupada writes in the one of the purport, when Vidura he was leaving the court or kind of assembly of Dhritarashtra, it was mentioned that he was in renounced temperament. Although he may have so many things, but the moment he was instructed that okay, leave the place, he just left it. I don't want to take passport or something with me or some ID. Let's go, that's it. So like that, the devotees are like that. For them, no problem. Any moment they can switch. You ask them to leave now, they will leave. They are not attached with all this thing externally. And that's why for them, it becomes very, very easy to leave this world. They are not getting attached to this material, externally material or subtle bodies. So how we can take, but we have to be taking some precautions, and then we have to depend that whatever enjoyments at this moment we may have, we can leave all this thing and we can at least rightly situate ourselves in Krishna consciousness, so that at least we can appreciate the unlimited causeless mercy of the Lord, and take it in a very right mood and go back to Godhead. So I keep some time for some comments or some realizations from your side. Hare Krishna. So anyway, so we'll talk about little bit Vamsidas Babaji if nobody has.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Today we have also the disappearance day of Srila Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj.
Yes.
So can you please share about Babaji?
Hare Krishna. So Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj, a long book. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj also wrote a book, and our Tarak Brahm Prabhu also in Gaur Parshat Parichay, in that book also he wrote about Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj. He was very exalted devotee, and actually previously before Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, many of them they used to take Babaji Vesh or Babaji Sannyas that time, and their acts, it may not look appropriate according to our Vaishnava etiquette sometimes, and we may misjudge him. This is one of the thing. In the beginning, just some of the thing I am just telling, whatever time I have. Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj, he had deity of Radha Krishna, he had deity of Gaur Nitai and Advaita Achar, and he used to entrust everything to the Gaur Nitai and Advaita Achar, that okay, you take care of all these things, even his kutia also sometimes, and no lock. He used to tell that, I have 3 keys of this lock, one is with Gora, one is with Nitai, one is with Advaita. So they are the master of this house, and if anything goes wrong, then they are the responsible person for that. And sometimes some cows enter, some other devotee steals something, and then he heavily chastised Gaur, Nitai and Advaita. That I understand, I know that you are the person, you have some soft corner because you are from this Navdeep and these persons are from Navdeep, you have some soft corner for them, and that's why you allowed them to steal all my pots and everything. I will not feed you, go here, go from here, I will not allow you. But he is saying that, what can I do? This Radha Krishna is here, I cannot leave them. If I leave them, then they will go to Vrindavan, they will do Madhukari, so I have to feed them something, so I have to cook something for him. But the way he used to chastise, many people used to become, what this Babaji is doing, chastising Gaur Nitai and other thing. One time one person he came and he rebuked actually to Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj, and he gave him a very big push, and he fell off from that particular place. And later it is said that that person died after vomiting blood and many things. And when these all incidents were happening, before that also, His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he instructed his own disciples, those who were in the Swarupganj, because he was staying in Swarupganj that time. So he instructed them that please give him this Babaji whatever he needs. So that this kind of incident when it was happening, then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he told all his disciples that don't go to the Babaji. So others may think that why I should not go to that Babaji, and maybe they thought that my Guru Maharaj, I think, realized that this Babaji is nonsense and I should not go to him, I should not take his association. After some time, when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur again came back to that particular mutt, then he said that why I did not allow you to go there, because you may not understand what is his position and the relationship what he has with his Gaur Nitai or Advaita Prabhu or his Radha Krishna deity. So they are on different level. so that's why he forbade them. And same thing we see, one time he was in Puri also, and then how he used to offer bhoga to Gaur Nitai. Gaur Nitai was outside when he went to see Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra. So this kind of different situations we see in Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj, that externally many times we may not understand that how exalted he is, because certain things according to our Vaishnava etiquette, when we see that Lord has very high regard, as yesterday Prabhu said, that nobody wants to give his feet, lotus feet dust to Lord as the drama was enacted. So nobody would do like this and rebuke the Lord. But what kind of relation he had that he could do it. And certain things definitely that Lord is also not living. That's very important. He also, he thinks that he is my devotee. That's very important in our life, that how much Lord is understanding that I am his devotee. So this is great achievement for us, that when Lord start understanding that I am his devotee. So I'll stop here because already I have crossed the time. Gandhra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari. Prabhupada ki jai.